Hello and welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone, and hopefully tonight's going to be a good one because we're going to be reading the original script for the 2014 TMNT movie. And I started reading it yesterday, realized there was some really interesting things in here that you're going to laugh at quite a bit. Who do we have? Hello, local sim, Carson Miston. Hello, Sam Raj. Hello, Magnum Striker. Hello. Yeah, hello. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, let's just get straight into this one, just because it is just a very, very unique. Kim Potter, hello. So yeah, it's a very unique script. That's all I'm gonna really say about it. Um, okay, so hopefully you can see it on the screen right now. Hopefully. So yeah, it's a really weird one because the aliens in the original script they were meant to be aliens, and it's really weird because they somehow have there's more turtles in Dimension X. Do I have Kirby? I want to know. No. So this one, it was just the so it starts off with the turtles, as you'll find out later in the script, but they're already kidnapped by the government, and Krang and stuff like that. They want to destroy Earth. Classic turtle stuff, and it just gets so much weirder because at near the end, Splinter tells all the turtles you have to go off to Dimension X to save the two Earths or something like that. Well, I didn't read the full script because I was saving it for this. Oh, last running. Hello, how are you? And and the turtles they go off to 4 different parts of the world, and they meet up with more turtles to save the world and stuff. They don't even have their bandanas, so they don't have their weapons in this movie until later on in the movie. It's a really weird one. You got a new look. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was quite taken back by the new Avatar thing, but it's interesting. Yep, Mako. Oh, what's it about? Okay, yeah. So this is the 2014 original script. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun to just really just go through this all and just read it. So yeah, so yes, basically we start off, and also Shredder's not called Shredder; he's called Colonel Schrader, but he's an alien in this one. He's supposed to have like yellow skin, and the blades were like not even real blades; they come out of his skin. So yeah, it's really interesting. So yeah, let's actually take an actual read at this because I was like reading it yesterday and it was really really weird. Is this for the Bay Turtles 24? This is for the Bay Turtle movie. Hang on. Uh, oh, okay, so start off with the dark swirling currents of the Horizon River shimmer with a tiny principle. Oh, keep in mind this is like 120 pages. So the Hudson River shimmers. Okay, so start off with Hudson River, and then they have. So then we see this 2014. This is the 2014 one, but kind of like 2012. So starts off with the New York skyline, and then travel to shores, and then at the a warehouse. A military operation is in full swing. So I guess this is where Shredder is. A troop of black clad soldiers, we'll call them Foot, a ring of Colonel, the ring the Colonel, obscuring our view of its continent. But whatever is there is doing the darkest to get out, bashing the bars and the walls with underneath rage. Oh, untethered rays. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the turtles. And starts strong. Yep. So it's a 2 hour movie. I'm not too sure this one was. The thing is, when you look at the script, there's some parts which like really stood out. Like, yeah, this honestly did seem like the parts that were taken from this one, but implemented into 2014 one. So yeah, how many pages? About 120. So yeah, we're gonna quickly like scroll through them and that. Okay, so sure the package is secured at 11 at night. So then so then the car drives away. Debriefings. Then Schroeder debriefs Krang, saying that he prepared for transport to substation 16. Also, Krang is called General Davis, so who really knows what's really happening there? Oh, Shalina Gomez, how are you? Hope you're doing good. 129. Colonel Knight. Hey, Daddy, been a while. Remember me? Vaguely. I don't really remember all names and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah. So in the next page, it more or less just. Then also we've got Casey in this one, which he's actually the main focus of this one. Usually the script page is about a minute. Okay. Um, got more man 17 to the you all dude. Thank you. I know I do. I'm perfect. So yeah. Also, this one, Case is actually the main focus of this movie, which I thought was really interesting. There's like so many things in this script that sounds so amazing. It's a shame that we didn't get this movie. I'm not sure anything. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe as well. Okay, so yeah. So Kate. Okay, so in a I don't know where it is, but Casey is a coach in this one. So what's the story about? So this is the 2014 original scripts, and yeah, I've got my father-in-law to do. You're like, great. So the coach offers Casey a no. Casey's team enforces understand. Okay, so guessing this is probably at a ice ring or something. Casey falls down the ice rink. Oh yeah, through and then pulls out, and just as he gets a stick of it, Casey plows into something. Crack, a clean but powerful hit that may not confuse. Okay, um, Casey, as he picks himself up from the ice, but Casey doesn't back down. Casey, what's wrong with you? Then Casey motions towards his bench, where Phil Farmer, who's in his 40s, is nursing badly bloodied lipped. Casey, who's still talking, now Farmer gets in front of his fourth grade class with a busted lip. For what? Um, so then that guy says, "Go back, the Pee Wee's kids. This game is only men's." The ref drops the park, and the other guy's eye ticks down to follow it. Crack. Casey's one-time Cadell with powerhouse uppercut. Cadell's head snaps back and skates left. Jesus, you little simmer down, Ray. Take it like a man. Oh, Despro, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, how are you? It's the alien Tolls who are middle age. I don't think Tolls are middle age. They're supposed to be. I'm not too sure with this one, really. It's really weird. Yetali, it's about Toll, he's just changed his name. Okay. I do starters. Unreal, I do like stress Tolls. Yeah, look, decent. They're like, I got like little nitpicks about each of them, but like, when I say nitpicks, it's only just like, I'm saying, I'm saying that because of like I'm a true Toll fan and all that, and it. But the thing is, I loved them all. That I loved them, but I'm only finding nitpicks just because nothing's really perfect, and only my ones. But yeah, your screen is blurry. Is it? Let me quickly tell because I can't exactly tell or not if it is. Hopefully, it's not. Yeah, the story is interesting. It does get a whole lot more interesting. Let me just. It does. So Casey scraps with the other guy. And ref whistle. Answering post game. Casey exits the locked room wearing a flannel shirt and blah blah blah. He stops at a vending machine. A teammate, late 40s, calls out to him. Teammate one, we're heading to Solly's for later for Lager. Tag along. You're one of us now, kid. I want someone to make this movie, even if it's animated. Yeah, no. I mean, the thing is, when you hear some of the stuff that's in this movie, I know that it sounds really weird, like some of the stuff, but it is just amazing. I was blurry. Ooh. Okay. Let me quickly switch. Hopefully, this changes everything. Hopefully. Um. Okay. Hopefully, this looks better now. I can't exactly tell if it is or not, but hopefully, if it is. Okay, so I've got the thing on here. So yeah, after that, he sees. So then Casey says, "Geez, Cole, we have to go. Tell me, I'm trying to enjoy a win." So then that's when he hears April's voice. and says he's still keeping secrets to the other guy. Um, and then that's when Casey sees April. So yeah, Casey grins, but he's having a hard time processing the air between them is awkward. I didn't know you were back, April. Uh, well, it's Mr. Break. I left you 3 messages. Uh, oh god, oh god, this is just bad. Oh, little Sim, hello. How are you? Wait, is this the first movie? Yeah, this is the first movie for the 2014 one. Is this alien script? Yes. Now is the chapter. Oh god, I'll give up. Okay, so after that, Casey is somewhat bullshitting around with the answer, saying that his call service was bad. So then he mentioned on New York, he's clearly a loaded topic for these two, but April with a smile is amazing. Okay, so I'm guessing in this version they were a thing. Is it your eye okay, bud? Yeah, I think okay. Um, I like the original alien designs. The alien designs are okay, but yeah. Okay, so then on the next page, page 5, so Casey heard that April had a fancy internship. April nods, and yeah. So Casey's April's still working on this. This kind of sounds this wait. This kind of slightly sounds like the start of the Casey Origin 24 show. Sort of, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised because like there's some stuff in here that is taking inspiration from the 2014 movie. You're very much so I'm seriously protective of Teddy. Oh, thank you. Okay, so then after that, so and then another girl comes in, who's talking to Casey. Casey's all ears, but before she can get 2 words in, Casey blah blah blah. So the moment between Casey and April is broken, and then he's talking to Angela now. He goes, "Come on, Angela, how many times do I have to say no?" April says, "Do your own thing." She's gonna go, and then Casey wants her back. April says, "Nah." Basically, and then we're in the Casey Jones house. I used to remember that used to Casey Bones, Casey Jones. He's like bomb. Yeah, that's a weird thing. He's fat. Yeah, I know I am. I'm family to everyone. I just kind of wanted to see what they originally looked like in the movie. Like the original Sonic, there are designs, but I'm not too sure just because there's so many different. There's like a few different. There's 2 different ones out there, so I can't exactly tell what was supposed to be the original one. They should have kept it here and have Casey be first part instead of movie instead of sequel, which felt rushed. Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, Casey's actually the main focus of the movie in terms of like, the human stuff. So with this, that at Casey's house, Evan Jones heard about the game, stuff like that. Casey, talking about pretty much about April, really. So yeah, there's not really too much I can really say here. Oh, and also Everly Jones says that your father wanted to follow your dreams. So guessing Casey's dad died, pretty much like maybe following lines of the Mirage and the 2003 show. I'm guessing. So a fanfic of Casey in April. Oh god. Try to clean your camera, but the camera's always going to be blurry. Is not good. So yeah, Casey loves his mum so damn much, but okay. But like most boys his age, he isn't ready to take her advice. Okay. So then Casey goes off to work. He grabs his dinner and heads out. Um, so then at the Bale's factory. Okay, so this is where things are getting interesting in terms of the turtle stuff. Um, so basically, he works for this. He's a security guard. And then that's when he approaches a guard booth at the factory line. Um, yeah, no, no, general friend. Okay. So then afterwards, a series of Casey walks through dimly lit factory with electric key card, but this is in his life. Noah falls. Casey heads back in the guard booth. The winds let loose a lonely howl that sends a chill through Casey as he shakes it off, looking back at the sleepy thing. So then a news reporter happens. Yeah, Casey watches as a sticky news broadcast on TV. there's not really too much I can really say here. Um, this is one chaotic script so far. We have not gone to anything just yet. So so then after that, Casey is finished watching TV report. Just gets worse, right? Oh no! This script is actually really good. So Casey scoops up another fork full of food, sees something in the distance, piercing the darkness, headlights, coming towards the factory, checks with desktop cameras, and it's a delivery. And there's not really too much really to say here, but the delivery truck goes into a high-tech mobile command center loaded with dozens of foot surrounding the kennel from opening. Sitting beside Shredder is number two deliverers a few key strokes into a laptop, and suddenly on screen notice after hours delivery. Casey reads that same message on his computer. Where did it come from? No matter. We cannot read the words and chat is blurry. I don't really know how to make it not blurry. That's the only thing. Yeah, this kind of reminds me a bit of the Last Ronin story, but when he used to time and chat with Red Turtle. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to make it not blurry. That's the only thing. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you want to go read the script, it's all online. Um, So then Casey says that this is there it is my bad. Casey opens up the gates and watches the delivery truck pulls through. So then at the loading bay, delivery truck stuff like that. Then Shredder's there says let's move, let's move. The foot pour out, moving the cage. Inside of where I believe this cage is actually the one where let's out of this growl. I'm pretty sure this growl is the turtles. I because I can't remember any other characters so far from this one so far. Um, and yeah, so wait, let me try and do something about the blurriness. I'm gonna quickly try and change something. Uh, let me try doing something like this. Okay, hopefully this should work. Hang on, let me. Oh god. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Hopefully, okay. I'm gonna try doing something like this. Hopefully this works. Hopefully, I doubt it's gonna do much, but I'm trying at the very least. Um. Okay. So. Okay. So that did not help. Great. Okay. Let me let me just go back quickly. Um. Yep. God, this is just one nightmare after another. I think that like this is probably the best we're gonna get. Okay, so going back to it, Casey at the thing, Casey exits the guard booth, suspicious in mountain, he starts heading towards the factory. What follows a quick tense intercut, so Casey getting closer and closer to a loading bay, while Colonel Shredder and the foot loading into the factory. And I don't need to put my glasses. My eyes hurt. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. I'm just gonna read it out for you. Um, so as the foot haul into all kinds of medical equipment, Shredder flips open an electrical beaker box on the wall. He slides a flat metal key into a hidden case, the inner edge. Then, okay, I see. They kind of kept a similar storyline with Casey being a cop instead of a security guard. The draft, which is interesting since there was never Casey actually job guard, since he sort of had. Yeah, I think like I mean you can definitely tell that there is like a lot of like similarities between like the two like both 2014 and 2016 movies. When you do read when you do read the majority of the scripts and all that, you can definitely tell that there is like a lot of similarities. And I'm really um, okay, yeah, Christ, yeah. I did not realize how blurry that thing was. Yikes. I'm trying. Okay. On your chat. Okay, so yeah, as we get back to it, um, okay, so afterwards, Casey enters the thing. He turns the corners, and delivery truck backs up to loading bay, approaches, um, and stuff like that. Okay, so then looks there are many people inside, but there are only two guys in the truck. Casey adjusts his angle to get a better look, but when he does, Casey can just barely make out someone messing with the bigger box. But we see that the shredder is speaking into a voice-activated module. That goes for Raph as well. Last run, especially the hot head thing. Yeah. um. Um. So yeah. But if that someone is none of my things better. I can't tell that my things better. Goes. Oh, God, this is just the word. I'm trying. Okay. So yeah, so Shredder says load him in. Driver says it's all done. Then a couple. What if they instead use the 24 designs? Do you think they would have worked better or something bigger? Um, I think I don't know. I think that the 2016 movie designs were perfect for what they were trying to go for. I think 2014 movie designs were also like really good for what they were going for. I just I don't know. I think it's just because it was like I mean, just because at that point in time it was 7 years since we had a Toll movie, and then all of a sudden they were like all Tolls look normal. Then all of a sudden we just got hit with that. So I think that's like the biggest problem I would say for people had with them. But yeah, the factory so camera finds a truck. Casey Mines races. Okay, so at the substation thing, the light flickers on. An old Cold War bunker. Establish high tech. Shredder in the foot. Navigate the Colonel. Blah blah. Um, and yeah, there's not really too much I can really say about here, but then at the guard booth again, like as you go back to the factory, he enters, immediately pulls off a post-it off the wall with a phone number marked off our emergency. He picks it up and starts to ring, but it's panic. And yeah, so um, so then another car comes. Trying for the old school Tails teeth, like the original toys. Yeah. One man, but I'm not good at English, especially writing part. Okay. So yeah, so then so then Casey rings. You know, for some odd reason, I'm getting slightly vibes with 2003 Little. I can sort of see that a little bit. So Casey rings up April, and yeah, so April picks up, expecting someone else, but Casey was surprised by it. So then the truck so then this is always happening at like 5 in the morning. You sure you know not to be you sure know uh, you sure know how not to be nice? I don't know who you're talking to. Sorry. April couldn't sleep. Hi to the rest of the chat. Okay, okay, okay. Hello to everyone who's also in chat. So yeah, April couldn't sleep. Casey says that if this is about Rose Girl that rings, but April says she doesn't care about the toppy. Whoa, jeez. I'm not saying that on on chat or on stream. Except for the fact that the broken moment. So April's annoyed at the girls because a broken moment between them, an important moment. Not too sure what important moment it was. Angle Travis. What IDW character would you like to see later on? Well, in a movie, Jenica. I love Jenica. I really want to see her so much. Now, just, Squishy Can Tell Man 69. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing good. No, I just wanted to make part clear. Okay, got a feeling there's gonna be a war going on in chat. I still would have preferred if they did the Toll Origins like IW. That would be cool, but I think that is a bit too adult for a kids movie. I think April with the new movie design is bad. Isn't I think it's okay. There's nothing really bad about it. The only thing I don't really like so far is just her like her hair. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird for me. But other than that, I think it's okay. What is it, Teddy, that you can't say on the street? Um, let me zoom in on the word. Where is that word? I refuse to say it. I feel as though you're gonna get a pretty big clear. If you have to quickly see it when it zooms in. um. Yeah, me too. So yeah, hopefully you can see the word. I'm not gonna say what one it is, but I feel as though that you got a pretty good idea of what it is. Teddy, is the Oracle is the Oracle dude. Eastman pays for his toilet paper. Oh, oh yeah, just realized I could have zoomed in. Actually, you could have seen the script. Great. Okay, so yeah, moving. I'm bored. Okay, so yeah, so basically, you already ended it once when he got double dumped. So Casey received a message. Okay, so blah blah blah. They're not really talking about too much. I don't know what they're really talking about. Okay, this is another thing that's a big and key important thing is that April wants Casey to come to New York. I'm not exactly too sure why, but I'm guessing find out now. So Casey's taken back by this. April is pressing her heart on the line. Uh, April, meet me in the summer. I'll be finished with the classes. I've got a great apartment. You'll love it. And then Casey doesn't know what to say. Let's get back to work. Um, April looks out to a quiet, empty factory. April gets it and says they've got to go and all that. How can she compete? Casey says that he's sorry. April says it was worth a shot, felt good for something. Is this going to be a trilogy or not? If you're talking about the new movies, I think it's going to be going more than a trilogy. I'll see Teddy. Wow, the way April is talking reminds me a bit of the original way. Yeah, there are definitely some words in here which I'm not going to say on stream because they're not words which I'm comfortable with, saying out loud. But you'll be able to see for yourself what ones. So then, cool. Yeah. So then going back at the substation thing, I guess in Casey goes back in. Oh no, Casey's all at the factory. But then he got at the loading bay, blah blah blah. Casey whips his head around the entrance, blah blah blah. Um, okay, so Casey's going inside the elevator now. Oh, what happened there? Um, and we'll get back to that bit in a minute. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I feel so I lost a bit while I was just at. No. Okay, no, wait, never mind. Where's the okay? So the substation elevator. Casey, well, I'm guessing he goes inside the elevator. She remains focused on the analyzer. I don't know what he's looking for. Um, Shredder, after all these years, Project Ares is a success. We can commence in the invasion. So yeah, Shredder is working with Krang in this one. Imagine 2023 Ninja Turtles. They're gonna be good. I've got a feeling. Kind of Shredder taking talking to test subjects, looking at test subjects, I think, taking two of the kill room, then terminate the others. Oh yeah, this is where he's talking about Mikey and the other turtles. Um, so in the substation at night, Casey who sulks around. Oh yeah, this is sort of where. Yeah, this is the weird. This is the appearance of the first thing we see of the turtles. Casey secures the door, panic momentarily abated. Casey sucks a full lung of O2, but it catches in his throat as he turns, because what he sees defies all rational thought. In the center of a cavernous room, shackled spread eagle by wrists and ankles, to three standing solid steel pillars are three enormous creatures, each standing near 6.5 feet. Turtles by the looks of the shells surrounding their cores, with arms and legs distinctly more humanoid, and ripped with muscles. So, yes, if you're fans of a fearsome foursome, named after the great artists of generations past, you recognize them as our boys. But not in the way that you've ever seen them, because for today they are battered, bruised, and bloodied, prisoners of a state. Yes, they are prisoners of the United States. What do I even say about that? um, Okay, so from seeing bits of the draft overall, I still prefer the story over what we actually got. Yeah, the story is actually amazing. I would have preferred this any day over what we did get. Um CTV stuff. Hello, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, total peeps? Not much. I don't know. I don't know. No, this really doesn't show the turtles until later. This is it. Oh, the last lad. Hello. How are you? We'll go, Teddy. Love you. No problem. I hope you have a good day. So yeah, then Casey, he's all surprised by all this, and then he sees Leonardo, and then he goes over to give him some water, But then, as we do read on with this script, Leo takes Casey's watch. He throws it at a table, and then I think it's like Raph gets like a metal pipe, I think it is, or a blade. He cuts the things off him, or like the shackles off him. Passes it to Donnie. He cuts it off him, and then passes it to Leo. So yeah, it's all really weird with what happens. And then Leo says, "Oh, sorry about that." Um, so yeah, so then Ref asks why he uses a watch. Casey's surprised that he can talk. Donnie attempts to use sign language. Um, I mean, I do like the story for sure. Than the actual film we got, but the titles I don't really show till later. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like even in the first 2014 movie, they didn't show Duel quite a bit in the film. So yeah, I just think this would have been a much amazing movie. Um, so then Shredder sends all the bad guys after them. Um, Jennifer Carson, would you like to see characters like Elapex and Angel show up later? If you're talking about in the movies, yes, I'll definitely like to see Angel's one, which I would really like to see because a fan of 2003. Yeah, absolutely love it. Love to see those characters show up. So that's when Raph asks where the holding Mikey. Casey's surprised that they have more of them. So yeah, then that's when Raph gets a stick, or takes away. I think it's Casey's stick, and more or less the foot soldiers start coming in and start fighting. I'm gonna get TMNT Mutant Mayhem action figures and pizza. I'm gonna get the. I'm definitely getting the four turtles, and I'm getting Leatherhead. Not too sure about the rest of the figures, but they seem like really cool. Same Angel and Apex especially. Can we meet your parents, please? I'm not too sure what you really mean by that. Nato, yeah, I guess I see that Blur. At least they don't actually have Fate Shredder helping the show from 2014. It just gets weirder. Okay, so yeah, after this, well, okay, yeah, so basically, they'll. So basically, they're asking where Raph asks where Casey, where holding Mikey. So then Casey doesn't really know, but then the Fooks start coming in and they start to fight and all that. And yeah, like uh, this sounds a lot like the part where Raph fights the Shredder while April and Vern get help the other turtles in the movie. So yeah, so yeah, after that, the do Leo does ask, I don't know, God, the way they did the film that scientist villain gave him vibes that his Shredder was overall, yeah, okay, yeah. So Eric Sachs was supposed to be the original villain, but then they changed it. I think I'm not too sure really. But yeah, he was supposed to be the original villain. But yeah, Casey asks if he can, says if he can go with them. So Casey follows the carnage, blah blah blah. He hauls down, and then that's when we see Mikey, um, where the turtles have. I think I can't remember which turtle has him over his head or over his shoulders, but one of them have Mikey over his head, and Mikey's being experimented on. Okay, so he's being draped over Leo's shoulders, and he's in pain. So Leo says that it's all counted for, let's go. And then Casey says go over to the elevator. The turtles charge the elevator. The several foot guarding try to stand the ground, but Raph and Don are just too fast. They take them out. So then the elevator, with turtles and Casey pour in. Leo tries depressing buttons. And then yeah, the same about the thing, but the whole system's been disabled. Ref asks if he can get it working, and Dunn says they can't. I think he can. So Don smashes open the control panel and starts during the guts and rigging hot wiring the elevator. Oh god, Ref digging about killing people. So Steve has a sword to Leo. So then Shredder and the Foot appear at the far end of the corridor, and they clear a line straight and Casey the turtles, so they have no so that Turtles and Casey have nowhere to run. But the Foot open fire, as the whole machine guns fire run into their base, spelling certain death for Casey and the Turtles. We reverse to see Leo using Mikey's shell to deflect the incoming bullets. As bullets ping off his shell, Mikey like runs awake. He realizes that he's being used as a shield. So yeah, Casey's surprised that they're bulletproof. Oh my god. Yeah, this is this is a bit that I've not read so yet, and oh my god. Now looking back at Raph fighting with Shredder, overall it does feel like a fight of Leo versus Shredder from Mode 3 in 2012. And also the first time we see Raph but by himself on Shredder. Besides him getting some help. Oh, I did find that fight a bit. It was cool but very weird. Like, why didn't Shredder kill Raph in that scene? But yeah. So my country says that he's bullet resistant, is more like it, but it still hurts a bit. And then Casey asks who Mikey is. Then Leo says, "Go back to bed, Mikey. I'll explain later." Mikey is an argument. He stunts back to unconsciousness. Foot back out, Von Casey, blah blah. Don finds what he's looking for, and then it says, "Got it." The door closes. Bro, this is only in the first 20 pages. I want to see Slash Loki come back. I wouldn't be too surprised if Slash does come back. I got think he probably will. Um, so when several guards, so when several foot stand guard, Raph does something we've never seen before. He comes crashing through the wall, touching his shell, taking out the foot down like bowling pins. Now, we've sort of seen that before in a way with the episode Tisa Ride in 2012 with Mikey. Well, so far, this is way better than the original movie. Yeah, see, this, even though the aliens and all that, and no people would have complained so much, this is honestly something which I've been asking for Turtles for years, or like recently, because I've sort of had enough of the Four Turtles. It's just same sort of stories, and they're doing nothing new with the Turtles, but this is original and new and refreshing. I really hope they revisit this one day. This is such an amazing thing. Um, so yeah, Don Leo and Mikey slung over his shoulders, wait the elevator, join Raph and start away, but Casey says this way, then Toes follow them. So back at the factory, the side doors exit opens. Raph is the first one out, followed by Don, Casey, then Leo, who's got Mikey. Raph spins and kicks the first wave of foot to overtake them, disarming and destabilizing them with speed and efficiency, while Don takes out a few foot with a bone-crunching combination. Yikes. Leo spots a go-away vehicle, an 18-wheeler. Raphael thinking about killing people, so they pass pass on Leo. They could have teased Leatherhead during the script, since the tools are experimented on. Oh god, yeah, that would have been so amazing just to have like all like I guess like sort of like the early version of Mutant Mayhem, just have like all other mutants like Mondo Gecko, Punk Frogs, the other Slash. They could have, oh yeah, that would have been amazing to have like a nice little cameo in there. I mean, at least we've got the scripts for this. So yeah, and also the 18-wheeler thing. This sounds a lot like the the snow bit, the snow mountain bit where they come down from. That's a really good scene though, but this sounds a lot like that. So it's really surprising, like the elements, because I'm pretty sure the people who wrote this script also wrote the 2014 one. So I'm pretty sure I took elements from both. So Leo says, Dom, get Mikey in the fold that truck. Casey, you know how to drive 10 speed. Casey says he does. He says, get out of here. Casey asks if he's driving. Raphael says, we're waiting on a learner's permit. Take it up with the DMV. I don't understand like why Raphael knows so many references, because he was a prisoner of the state from Dimension X. I think I haven't really read too far into the script, so yeah. Oh, look who seems back. Hello, how are you? Um, so yeah, so Casey, yeah. Okay, so fair enough. Casey makes a break for the 18-wheeler, but okay, so yeah, he gets into the 18-wheeler. Don lays out another foot as Leo tosses Mikey his direction. Don catches him as he breaks through a section of the fence pole to use as a bow staff, while Leo fends off an attack. Okay. Slash I feel could work with 2014. Yeah, I feel like he could work really well. So Leah pops the attack's arm to the foot socket and hurls him into a sack of shipping barrels. Lights out. That's not lights out. That's death. The turtles are gaining ground. That's until the foot reinforcements arrive. Two black SUVs bearing down from them. Um, arms hanging, foot hanging on the sides. Raph deflects bullets on his shell as he dispatches of one the foot and uses his body as a projectile to take down another. God, yeah. Oh my god. Also considering with the first movie, taking the Turtle's blood, but the draft also could have shown him, oh, Mr. Turtle, how are you? So yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell like there's a lot of inspiration from the 2014 movie, where it all came from with this one. Um, so yeah, basically, so then I guess this is where it gets out, where they're getting out because then Casey says they need to get a new job, but this isn't the time. Casey turns over the engine and drops the truck gear. Um, at the Bay factory, Don's the first told to see the 18 wheeler pulling forward. Okay, yeah. So then Don says to everyone they need they're drawing out. Um, he quickly deposits Mikey, still unconscious, into the trailer before kicking off and landing on the SUV. Um, I'm fine, but what about you? Yeah, but I'm here, so I can't complain. Fred Bullets with a shell, yeah. What do you expect? Is this version of the Turtles? Um, okay, so Don looks over to the other SUV where Leo and Raph are yanking foot out of the cabin as the SUVs mash the truck off course, forcing it down the slide of snowy. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is exactly like the thing from the 14 movie. Also, I just realized a date for this. Oh oh god, this is the American one. So was it the oh god, the 30th of January. No, yeah, 30th of January 2012. Seems visitors are violent, but not surprising since they are experimented on. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure how they got kidnapped, but yeah. Okay, so Cassie grips the wheel, white knuckle, trying to stay in the control. Um, okay, so Icy Hill. Yeah, this is basically it. I'm in spring break. Cool. True. They're supposed to be mutant warriors. Yeah, I think there's a difference between warriors and straight up killers. Um, because Raph flips himself onto the SUV, leaving Don on the roof. Raph hits the snow and Shell slides down. Raph lunges across the ice, passing between the wheels of runway. Yeah, this is exactly like the 2014 movie. Leo hoods us as he yanks the foot out through the windshield, sending him flying as Raph swings the sides of the vehicle. Oh god, there's like so much okay. Yeah, this is gonna sound really confusing. The more I speak about this, well, for sure, we're violent in the OG movie. Yeah, cool. Hope you enjoy your break. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoys their time. Um, okay, yeah, so down the hill, Casey fights the wheel, desperately trying to pilot his way through the treacherous terrain. And then he's about to say, "Oh shit!" As he hits something, I think. Casey throws him from his seat into the ceiling of a cab as the semi connects with the on-cropping of rock shaped like foot. Oh no! Oh no! Damn it! Where is it? Where is it? God. So also every time I do this, I go through different parts of the thing. Go back on. I would have preferred if they don't kill. I don't know. I'm sort of on the fence about that. They should kill or not. This all seemed more in line with the original Raid 4 since they were. Yeah, I can definitely see that. But then this movie was going to be rated R. I wouldn't be too surprised if it would have. Oh, no, I wouldn't say rated. Maybe. So you can see the whole. Okay, so the car's bouncing around. Mikey begins to stir. Okay. Don pushes the last foot from the SUV and hang on, have I read this bit before? It leads to the top of the semi-trailer. A Scorpion helicopter unleashes hundreds of high impact rounds. Okay. Leo and Raph catch up to the cabin, climb aboard. Then two missiles launches and connects the rear tires to a trailer. God, I would love that. Yeah, This sounds really confusing. So dating with bucks and dumps and Jack and nothing but yeah. Leo tackles Casey out the cab. Raph leaps out as well. What's happening? In the trailer, Mikey jumps for Don, outstretched hand, but loses his footing and topples back into a trailer. Um, and Don pushes off. All Don can do now is watch as Mikey falls away, and Don screams at Mikey. There have been movies where it's PG, but it's actually film rated R, so not surprising they would. Yeah, yeah. However, those movies were like in the 80s. This was like 2012, so they would not been able to get away with that. Especially at the time with like the internet, it would definitely would have been seen by a lot of people. Um, so Dating Wheeler crashes spectacularly through the top of a frozen lake, and sinks, pulling Monkey down to the icy darkness. um, hey, Mr. R. Guess I'm Mr. Turtle. Okay, so the frozen lake. OMG, what's happened? Monkey just hang on. Starts to sound more and more like a Michael Bay movie, though. Yeah, Monkey just got bodied. Yeah, OMG, what's happening? So the 18-wheel truck that was used to escape has now gone into a frozen lake, and Mikey's drowning now. So Don tells Leo and Ralph that Mikey went down, but the attention is immediately drawn to an open doored hey, uh, car by two snowmobiles racing across the cracking ice towards them. Exactly perfect question. Yeah, it's really weird. The scripts are always weird compared to the actual movie, I'd say. Just because it's a lot of like you have to imagine these scenes before they get storyboarded. So yeah. Okay, so Turtles brace themselves for round two. Blah blah. So, but okay, when I see a dark shape under the ice blasting towards the HMV like a missile. Took okay, so Mikey's busting through the water. He's survived. He's not drowned. Jesus Christ. um, Lots of plot law. Yeah, I think everyone has. I thought the turtles can hold their breath for a long time. I think they can, but not sure about underwater. Um, okay, so Mikey bursting up through the ice, smashing the gunner and throwing him under the wheel. Jesus, Mikey squares off with another foot, tearing his shoulders harness free. So Mikey threw a foot soldier underneath the car, and the car went over the guy for a sec. Okay, for a sec. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Mikey just threw a guy under the car's wheel. So with the guns in the opposing holster, blah blah. Mikey wields the harness like a nunchuck. It's a dizzying and brutal display of some ninjutsu. Seeing Mikey in action brings a small smile to Leo's lips. Baby brother is back. Christ. If they wanted to move, if they wanted to move, a movie didn't happen, you could have posed credit as. Oh, that would be amazing. Having Jenica all those. Mikey gone Terminator mode. Yep. Mikey cracks, whacks, and kneecaps a foot, tossing the KO'd foot from the car with a tangular under the snowballs, launching them end over end. Jesus. Liam Raffendon casually sidestepped the captured wreckage with snowmobiles, avoiding the fatal collision by mere inches. Casey, on the other hand, hits the ground, covering his head with his hands. The snowmobiles passes and disappears through the jagged opening in the lake. Okay, so the snowmobiles went into a lake. Should have thinking about killing Mikey. Yeah, I feel like Mikey's gonna kill him first. That's run. One or all three of them. Yep. Sounds more like an R-rated, but probably would have changed with the violence. I wouldn't really say they would change too much. I think they would just like edit it in a way that it doesn't look as brutal. I'm eternally crying. Uh, why are you eternally crying? This gives off. I can do this all day. But yep. In a good way, like, yeah. I hope it's because you wanted this movie, because I really do. It's not for a good reason, I think. Okay. Uh, Max- um, Okay, so Monkey to Leo. You ready to tell me who? Okay, so he's asking about Casey. So Leo says that this is Casey. He helped us get out of pickle. Casey, he's still surprised by everything. Monkey, religious fella, huh? Okay. Um. So Leo grabs Casey. So he's still on the ice hill. From the bluff above the lake, Shredder watches as the foothills races across the lake top. He takes one final swing at stopping them. Ooh. What almost got yeah. Well, Monkey seems like Robin mode already. Yeah. Shredder grabs a small, a shoulder launch multi-purse assault weapon from a nearby foot and targets the van. Jesus Christ. Um, the missile screams across the length of the lake. Then okay, so it hits the water, the van with toes and spins out. So the van spins out of control into a tree. Um, yeah, Jesus. Cicero strikes from the jeep towards. This sounds so confusing. So okay, so Shredder doesn't see the turtles or Casey. Um, Michael Keaton Batman vibes. Yeah, sort of. Crying into my squash mode right now. uh, why crying? um. So Shredder does see that small section of the center has been torn. But the other car has been torn away, and wonders what's missing and where the tools are. Um. Okay, so we finally got out of that section. And yeah. Okay, Shredder got an upgrade. Sort of. Um. Okay, so the turtles and Casey have run off and are found in an abandoned barn. Okay, damn, full upgrade. Okay. So I thought also we might need to explain everything that just happened for the first 27 pages. So Casey and April are broken up, but still talking. Casey went into a building and took the turtles out, and the turtles and Casey went down a big snow mountain, survived, and now run away from Shredder. And they killed a lot of people brutally. um, okay, Barnhouse. Bam! The Barnhouse door slams open. Vidals and Casey enter the Victorious Bar battle worn. Raphael at the center holds the HMV's communication module. That damn frog was right. It ain't easy being green. Okay, so a Kermit the Frog reference. Great. Casey, no, Raph crosses the communication thing to Don. Leonardo to Donatello says that he needs to get wired up, and then he contacts Splinter because he's gonna be worried. Casey asks who Splinter is, but Leo ignores him. And then Leo says he asks Mikey to be on the lookout, because the foot won't be long. Mikey says that they aren't regular G-men, bro. There's some sort of a covert op called Project Ares. They captured us to run our DNA, and um, the movie trailer sure look. Oh, transform mode. Yep. Megatron wannabe. Yeah. Okay. Leo says that they captured us because we were different. People don't like that. Mikey, he heard them talking about the invasion. If they did the sequel to this movie, you've done both. So it's fighting each other or discovering them who slash Stinker. I thought there's a lot of potential you could do with like other turtles in the movie. Um, when Raph talks to Mikey, asking him, I want to tell you about letting your imagination run wild. Sulu says to Raph, see we can see hang on, blah, blah. Leo spots farm tool turns to Raph. Okay, so this is where Raph's gonna make weapons. Okay. Leo says, Raph, see what we can find. Start building weapons, real ones, like something tool to you. As Raph assesses what he has to work with, Casey asks who Splinter is, and please tell me he's 65 feet, 65 feet tall and armed with a spaceship ready to protect us. This is facing rats. Oh, Kirby, you forgot about something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has. All of you chill. Yeah, we are. To be honest, April and Casey breaking up gives me Toby Maguire. Yeah, I could all see that. Oh no, just went past the thing. So Casey says like this guy, someone who sold you to military. Leo says no, he's literally a rat. He's also a master. Our sensei. He raised us. He even named us. And then he just tells Casey their names. And then he says that basically like the artists from back in the day. This getting funny fast. Yeah. Ref also retrofitting farm tools into ninja weapons. Look at Casey. Asking if he's got a problem with that. Casey doesn't want to offend. Says no, just maybe a little pretentious. So a guy named after a Grateful Dead song. Okay. Is your favorite word Teddy? It's not my favorite word. It's just because of my stutter and all that. It's sometimes easier for me to say. Sometimes like I, I don't know. I don't mean to say it, but I sometimes just do. So just be prepared to hear a lot of and also I'm just saying a word just so that I can, just read the scripts and yeah. Okay, so oh god, yeah. So yeah, I'm really trying to get out of that habit of saying a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Okay, so after that, Raph says also if he's been saying that he was named after a Grateful Dead song. Not too sure what it is. He's saying it a lot. Yeah, yeah, I'm realizing now. Casey says, "Wait a minute, you listen to our music on our planet." I'm surprised at that. So I'm not. Raph says country folk. So Mikey says Newsflash, Chaco. We're from the same planet you are. Okay, so definitely from the planet. But where does Dimension X stuff go into all this? Really confused by that. They already have them at the barn. That would be cool, but now thinking the farm barn abandoned, they could have done a quick cameo of reference to a hunter. Oh god, yeah, that would have been amazing if I did that. Shame don't. The squid is getting off the walls fast. Classical my play. Okay, my cat's sleeping. Great. Okay, so Casey says, hold on. Now I may not have gone to college, but I've seen every episode of Planet Earth on this Discovery Channel. We never had anything like anything looking like you guys there, and that shit was through, thorough. Oh, Mr. Toad back. Teddy's count. Okay, wow, thank you. I'm trying to improve it. By next stream, you'll somewhat improved. Oh, damn it. Oh god. From people from the area, Motel was going crazy in her tank, so calmed her down. Oh, that's good. Hey, Motel. I know I'm literally just going to keep saying a lot, but I don't mean to. So Leo steps to Casey as he gives an explanation. Oh, okay, explanation time. We're going to get some answers. Okay, so they were born as regular turtles, fourth and hatchling, living in the sewers below New York. When we doused in radioactive ooze from a chemical spill, I wonder if they would have actually shown this on screen like we did in the movie. Uh, lol, okay. So Raph interrupts. Hey, how do we know we can trust this guy? Don says we can trust him. So then he looks to Casey and continues the story. Spence says he found us, rescued us, took us in, but slowly the effects of the ooze began to change us and spin it into what we are now. Leonardo, so we stayed underground, training with Splinter in ways of ninja, only coming out at night, using our skills to protect the city from muggers and thieves. 17 years of living in the shadows, anonymously, until last night. Obligatory expedition time. Yeah, it's necessary, I would say. So they're like nearly 18. Great. So they've been normal. They work. they come out of the shadows. So they never went through the whole thing of not being allowed to go up to the surface. That's interesting. But they got catch a lot night. So Casey takes it in. And he just what? Oh god, he does a thing. Let me get this straight. You're ninja, mutant, turtle teenagers. God, that was bad. That cringe in the movie. Um, Leo says you put it that way. It sounds ridiculous, but essentially, yes, we're freaks. I'm ready for a new Tom movie. Yeah, we all are. They have a ton of explanation to do after all of this. Yeah. All of us are angry. Yeah. So it's still, so it still went with he was originally a rat learning martial arts. I'm not too sure if he was a rat in this movie. Does it say in this movie? I come. So Splinter into what we on. It doesn't say if he was a human or a rat in this movie. It just says that Splinter found us. So anyone gets really. So Ref looks at Leo after the freak thing and says, "And fools then you call the shots." So Leo had enough and said that he never asked Winter to put me in charge. Uh, so they still. Oh no, Ditto Locus and Ditto. So yeah, so Raph says that there's a lot of things we don't get to choose, like family. I think a rat, if they're tells aliens. Well, I'm not too sure they are really aliens at this point because they said that they were normal turtles. So there would have been normal turtles who just go to alien planets. Hmm. Okay. So Ralph is still talking. Once we get out of this mess, I'm on my own. Um. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I realized. Yeah. So another. So then basically after that, Don and Mikey look at Leo, hoping that they can reason with Raph. Leo says that basically they're brothers, they stick together. Raph says only if it's a good thing, not if it's hazardous to my health. Yikes. Then Raph goes to Leo's face, but we got caught on your watch. You lost focus when we strung up like guinea pigs. Oh god, pressed the wrong one. Where is it? Okay, I think I'm on the right page. Great. Sorry. I think I'm on the right page. No. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna be. Maybe with wait. Oh, I missed a few comments. Oh, Christ. Where was it? Where was it? I think he's a rat. And if the toes are aliens, he's a rat, and he adopted toe is beautiful. Again, I'm not too sure really. Which way did Splinter as a human turn? Yeah, I wish they. Oh, I feel as though him being a human is more believable. And that's how it all started. Oh yeah, so alien mutating to thing, interesting though. Yeah. So I have Oscars on the background watching this in my couch. Great. um okay, so yeah. Okay, getting back to it, where was it? Okay, yeah, so I'm quite surprised Raph it came more about his health. He's gonna rain in Texas, hopefully. Um Don says, well, technically guinea pigs, those men wouldn't try to kill us. And Raph doesn't really like this. Don tries to give science stuff. Mikey chimes in saying, he kept trying to tell you, Project Ares has mad shady agenda. Lou chimes in again. The problem with you two, you need to read. So to Mikey, he says you need to read more books. And you, oh no, okay, so he tells Mikey he needs to read more books and Donnie needs to read less. And yeah, so when I got so Donald says it doesn't add up. If you never encountered something like this before, wouldn't you want to keep it alive for as long as possible? Lou says, "What do you think Mars Splinter would say right now?" Uh, okay. Everything interesting on that topic is told. I know the tolls inside of Oscars. Okay. Okay, page 32, great. Okay, so yeah, I think this is more just talking about Splinter and what they're going to do, stuff like that. Splinter says that they need to return home. and Mikey says that asking if Project Aries means anything to Splinter. Splinter says that Aries, I don't come home, evil forces at play. So guessing Splinter doesn't know something, and then Raphael picks up on this, saying must Splinter, and Don Salu says it's Des Jan. So I'm guessing they talk through the communication thing. Okay, so back at the foot base, Shredder says that they're going home, some of that. Real ones are not really Mega Man, just died 5 minutes ago. Okay, so you're watching. Okay, yeah. It's Shredder. He wants to pinpoint location. The foot's trying to get it, and yeah. So then back at the barn, Lou says pack it up, and this is at the morning, and they're on the move. And Monkey's asking about the project thing, and yeah. So that's when Raph hands out the weapons. Would have been cool to see the giant Spire mutant done something similar. Ooh, Spire Parts, yeah, that would be amazing. Local Sim, you'll be back? Okay, that's no problem. Okay, so then after that, oh yeah, also Casey does get a weapon, but yeah, and then this is sort of when things do get a bit interesting. Um, so yeah, then they was talking to Casey. So this is really interesting because Casey wants to leave this all behind him, but Leo says basically, no, you need to come with us, otherwise your whole family's going to die and stuff like that. So would be awesome. Would add a horror aspect to this since the tales are already killing. Oh god, yeah, that'd be amazing. Out of curiosity, are we even halfway through the script? About a quarter. There's a lot to it. Later, so who's okay? Yeah, so after that, still talking, and then Casey, and then also they're also wearing black bandanas now. So Casey gets this thing um to be able to tell them apart. So he takes a sports striped saddle blanket and tears off the ribbon so they can give them color coded stuff and all that. No, I went to check it out on Google. Okay. Um, yeah, put them all on. So Lena says, and now I think, do you have any ask in case if there's any way of getting out? So then Casey says they can't go back through the truck. Leo says they can't go through trains and all that. But Donzo says brings up April. I don't really know how they know April because Casey doesn't really know. They haven't spoken about April yet. Oh god, 179, I think. Oh, it's 100. Oh no, it's 119 pages. We're on 36. We're going to quickly read. I know I've read this bit, so I'm pretty get through this bit quite quickly. Um, so yeah, oh god, where did it go? 179. I'm not sure. It's not 179. Okay, so then where is it? Um, oh, this page here. So then that's when they decide to go to Casey. Um, oh yeah, so basically, Casey's at the April's house, and they're talking, and then Casey decides to ask April, say, we can always go to New York and do like a road trip. The script gives me those old school 80s action movies with Bill stuff. Yeah, these scripts are so long. I mean, every script is for any movie. It's just that you don't really see this. It's just you only see in trial version. um, and yeah, it's basically the told Casey and April are talking and they're trying to get things working. Casey wants to go with April to New York and stuff like that. There's not really so much with it, but the Toes do get inside the truck that they're gonna be moving. Yeah, there's not really so much really here. We can more or less skip all this. Casey gets a suitcase and hugs his mum and they leave. And there's not really too much with this bit. Okay, yeah, we'll quickly skip through this bit. Um, and yeah, so then this is when the Tools and Casey and April are all on the road trip and all that. And then, what's I gotta go, interesting story. Would I prefer this over what Kibble could work? I would do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna condense this down into like a 10-minute videos like in a few weeks when actually after now reading the script and actually make some good notes about it. Um, but yeah, yeah. So they're talking. So when Toes is talking about the Project Ares as he's looking on a console, Monkey says there's no hints and stuff like that. Donatello all glitching, basically saying that it's all hush hush with Shredder and all that. And Lou says, "What's your initiative?" Don says that talking about the mutagen that they were created with. Then Lou says that sounds familiar, and then the project and asking when the project got active. And Donatello says it was 17 years ago when the souls were hatched, and this all started to wonder if maybe they were the original prototypes for the thing. Then they're sort of like wondering if like maybe it's possible. Raph says that it got handed to you just when like saying that he couldn't be any more like of an idiot. So yeah, Raph decides to go to sleep, and yeah, there's not too much to it. All the night tells going goodbye. Yeah. So then that's when Donnie and April, no, Donnie and Mikey starts to tease Raph about things. And again, there's not really too much I can really say, but Raph wants to leave. Yeah. So then going into this bit, Raph and Leo decides to have an argument, of course. And then, yeah, because he says that, saying that Leo's not a real man. Interesting thing. We don't really get to see that often. Pretty cool still. Um, And yeah, basically the two start to have an argument. April starts to realise the noise in the back, but Casey tries to pretend that it's not happening. And yeah. So then after this, Casey goes back to the door, see the turtles, see that they've done everything. And yeah. After we're done with the script, do you guys think we should look over some concept art? It's pretty cool, but it's scary. Uh, if you have time, then yeah. And yeah, it's not really too much I can really say here. Again, I've already read the majority of this little bit section here, and Casey gives the toast, the pizzas, and that's when then here we've got Shredder talking to a snorting voice and a high pitched voice, telling them to go to the Toad's lair and do like trap to fight Splinter. Turns out those two voices are actually being Rocksteady. Then they don't have any explanation as to them whatsoever. So then, as Casey and April on the road, hang on, um, Teddy, overall, this does sound kind of similar to RW because Casey did meet the Toads before. Well, yeah, I guess we'll take a bit of inspiration from that. Raph wants to leave and gets hit into an argument with Leo. What a surprise. Why does Raphael hit Mikey so much? No one knows. What happened here? Not much. Basically, Toes and Casey and Maple all heading to New York, and Bill and Roxy going after Splinter. And yeah, so then, when the Foot start to attack the van which the van which they're on, and this is more or less when April sees the turtles, and yeah, I mean, they start to fight them really, or start to fight the Foot Clan. I guess I'm not too sure what this is all similar to. I'm guessing maybe somewhat similar to I'm not too sure what this fight could be similar to. Leo points to Mikey attention above ground subway train. So I guess until I was going to subway train, to head home. Mikey says he hates hopping until yeah. Leo gives the go ahead nod, of course. Um, Leo, Mikey, Karen, Casey, and April leap from the Pathfinder, pushing hard. So I'm guessing they're going into the thing. Inside of a train car, thought of landing on the rubber beats, briefly drawing attention to the only riders in the car, two Brooklyn mumble hipsters. Oh god, short and skinny. Uh, um, what was it say? You know what's the sound of? That's me shaking the world. Um, great. And a person's playing Angry Birds. This is definitely a product of the time. So it tells on the roof of a train. You know, Teddy, now looking at these, I really wish this was the movie we got. Yeah, I think everyone judged this movie way too quickly. Okay, so tells on April and Casey on a train car somehow, and April says that she'll cover herself. April heads off the roof of the subway car alone. Casey frowns miserable. He tells Casey chin up. It's nothing dinner can't fix. Casey says that Casey thinks that it's not a lot more than that to do that. It's on the highway. Raph and Don and Mikey leap from the control U-Haul to subway train. Don says incoming, and yeah. So Leo says, "Miss it. You're gonna miss me when you're on your own." Raph says, "Like you shouldn't count on it." Sorry, went okay without a notice. That's okay. So Casey and April wind whipping at them. Blah blah. So this is when they're trying to talk, but April doesn't want to talk. So April says that first you lied to me, now you're getting a bossy. Huge tactical error, Casey. Huge. Great. And then something bad happens. Okay, at the mouth of the tunnel, very near distance, the train's heading underground, and Casey says, "Get down." Raquel's turn to see the encroaching tunnel's low ceiling, just as Casey and April dive into a space between the 9 and 10 car. Okay, Raquel's dive off the back of a train, and subway remote into tunnels. Yeah, Raquel's hang on to the back of the subway car by a finger or three. Yeah, so okay, so hold on to the back of the train while the foot uh, are trying to track them down. Liam and Ref relationship is a hell of a hole for us usually. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Mikey's asking how the foot found them. Dawn says probably through some communication. Raf says if they knew where they find us, then they knew where Splinter was. And yeah, I guess this is all where Bill. Yeah, okay, so this is where Bill and Rocksteady comes in. Because they're gonna go after Splinter. I don't have really too much to say here. But I'm guessing this is where the arm snaps out. Okay, yeah, this is where the Turtles find more foot and kills a lot more. Great. Raph kicks away from the train, grabs a tunnel support beam, and slingshots around? What? God, Raph actually uses a foot faces into a gas tank before dumping him off the side of a tank. Yep, of course, this version. Best year in Raph conflict, 2007, yeah, definitely was the best one. Going to ask how Casey and April are doing. Casey says they're living the dream. Don says, "Don't tell Mikey I said this, but you do make a handsome couple." And yeah, I guess this is where they just keep fighting and stuff like that. I guess there's not really too much I can really say here. Um, and yeah, okay, so this is where Rocksteady and Bebop find Splinter. Pretty sure. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, it's a great battle. So yeah, then this is when Splinter like finds the phone or find Bill Rocksteady. So they enter the thing and stuff like that, and then they start to talk with Moss Splinter, and Splinter wants Chinese food for some reason, and yeah, God, this just keeps getting. I can't tell if this is getting worse or better. But then that's when Splinter starts to fight Boom Rocksteady. The star bullseyes, jamming the shell ejector and triggers on Bebop Rocksteady's web. What is happening? This Boom Rocksteady are here. Yeah, they were just here. They don't get the mutation in this movie. They're just here. Boom Rocksteady was supposed to be in 2014 movie as well. They were in a sequel, but yeah. Either way, Splinter is fighting Boom Rocksteady, and every time every time Spinner puts does it beats them up. Bill comes back a bit stronger, stuff like that. About human right, I'm not too sure. And again, it's this version of the total, so who really knows? But this is when the Shredder comes in. And yeah. So Shredder comes, beds down with them, second train, free from passengers. Oh, this would have been cool. A fight on the train. Forcing Shredder and the remaining foot, along with Leo and Raph, off their bikes and onto the side train. Leo takes out the last foot while Shredder, drawing a pair of double blade claws, swats at Leo, slashing his hands, causing Leo to lose partial grip of the train. Shredder then slams the claw blade into the side of the train, using it as an anchor point. Shredder swings into a flying kick that sends Raph crashing through the train window. Okay, Shredder, I'm gonna put you back in that cage where you belong. Don't tell me they're mutants already. What the hell? Yeah. So Leo arrives. Ninja King, yeah, drawn. I think two blades, his swords. And yeah, but two are fighting. When they get more Beam Rock Steady fight, which would have been amazing. Yeah, it's just so. This whole script would have been amazing. So Mikey comes. I think Mikey comes in. Then Ref continue their engagement with Shredder on the train. Mikey finds Dawn on the roof of the other one. Okay, so Mikey, Donnie, April, and Casey are all together now. Great. So Mikey says small detail. I don't know what it put on his head. So yeah, another fight bit with Splinter, Grimrock Steady. And then this is where Leo says to Raph that basically tells me to run away. Raph decides to stay behind, but he does notice that Shredder's blood is blue. So yeah, I was going to be surprised if maybe this is where they got inspiration from with the Raph versus Shredder fight in the actual movie. Yeah, this fight seems to be going on for quite a while. I would have loved it. So, yeah, Raph says just go, and as Raph purposely attacks Shredder, Leo bails out of the train, flying through the air with match to the toes on the ground. Yeah, there's a combo between the 2014 and 2016 one, right? So, I'm not too sure. This is supposed to be the original movie, but yeah. So this is so when we go to the Splinter on the lair. Since flying through the air, crashing against the dojo wall, Splinter wobbles to his feet. He's taking a beating, and Bill rocks and as Bill decks him with another brutal blow. So then at the train, Raph takes a series of wheel kicks to her face. He stumbles backward. Yeah, this is definitely something like that Raph versus Shredder fight. Because parts of from 2014, the second one at this point. Yeah, there's lots of this in this. Grab my handrail, Raph swings around, gaining pushes behind Shredder, locking him on muscle chokehold. Shredder struggles, Raph hangs on tight. It looks like he's going to win this round, but until the thick curved blade jets through Shredder's skin, his body is suddenly covered with them. WTF, Raph is blown back by the force of them, giving Shredder the upper hand. So not too sure if Raph had been stabbed at that point. Raph delivers blows of blow to Raph, sinks to his knees. His contest is over. With Raph slams his side through the top of the Shredder's foot, pinning him on the subway floor before nailing him with a yeah. The Raph tumbles to okay, yeah. So basically, Raph escapes. I think. God, this sounds so confusing. And Shredder's frustrated with all, and yeah. So back at the lair, Bill Rocksteady is still beating on Mud Splinter. Then that's when Leo comes in, and with all the other turtles. This fight is little reminds me of Batman Begins. I could sort of see that. I need to finish this last star test. Okay, we're like more than halfway through now. We're really got dark. Yeah. It gets darker still. So, oh damn, I pressed the wrong button. Where is it? Okay, read that one. So Leo comes in with all the other turtles, they see them, April's surprised by it all, and then that's for some reason they someone asks who Casey is, and then Roxy gets a grenade out. Raphael throws a shuriken at at the things and says, "Over here, you ugly bastard." Great. Well, very nice fight. Yeah, this feels like would have become not much. Oh god, that would have been amazing. All eyes turn to see Raph. Yeah, I think yeah. So Roxy didn't die. So Rastus Viz places his mask. Roxy, okay, bring rest. But as Roxy gets his finger in the pin ring, Raph grabs an antique shuriken with her flight. And since the queen Raph lets the shuriken fly, the projectile snags the grenade between the bouncing and hits the wall between Roxy and who's wearing the pin ring like wedding band. Um, Roxy says move. Roxy blindsides Bebop, tackling as Raph and Don shield Splinter for an explosion. Everything. So yeah, Rock and Roxy rise, giving in shake off the debris to find Splinter and the turtles with Casey and April are gone. Wow. Um, especially between Raph and Shredder. Raph for sure feels like Red Hood, considering both killed. Yeah, not gonna lie, I kind of want to see this movie in theater. Yeah, this is what we should have gotten. Okay, so basically to recap everything that's happened since the first recap, the turtles got their weapons, got their bandana colors. They went to New York with April and Casey, but was spotted by the Foot and Shredder. So they started to fight. They escaped, got caught up with Splinter, who was fighting Boomrock Steady, and now they're gone. So yeah, this movie would have been amazing. So at night on the rooftop, Phil Splinter, Casey, and April find a secure spot. April pressing Casey for answers. April, shouldn't I accept the premise? You befriend. Uh, yeah. Casey says, do yourself a favor. Don't be so journalistic. Just take it as it comes. Great. Imagine Raph getting that grenade in Rocksteady's mouth. I, I mean, to me, that sounds like something that would happen in this movie. So Spin, talking about Project Ares. Says that it's all Black Ops stuff and all that. So this is from here to like the ending. I don't really know anything that's gonna happen. God, man, I really need to drink. We'll 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 struggle through this. Okay, so yeah, just talking about about the what's just happened about the blood and all that, and Raph mentions about human about Splinter. No, Raph mentioned about Shredder, and he's not human with the blades and stuff. Splinter says, what name do you go by?" And he says, "Shredder." Oh, Scarad. And then this Mark says, "Sounds more like Shredder." Wink, wink. Okay, now seeing April and Casey more. I'm seeing more piece of the plot. Yeah, I can sort of see that. Um, okay, so Splinter bows his head deep in thought, where it goes words realizations. Leo asks, says that you raised us sons, but please talk to us now, like men. When Shredder looks up, says Shredder and his men are indeed infiltrations in disguise, but they're not from this world. And don't tell us where they're from. Oh no, damn it. Where is it? So don't ask where they're from. Spin says they're from parallel dimension, one that exists concurrently in time and space with our planets called Dimension X. Okay. Casey says, so you're saying that there's an Earth and there's another planet, Dimension X, but they're laid on top of each other. Okay, yeah. Since not the strangest thing you've heard today. So yeah, let's get what we've been to because I've got a feeling it's going to be a more interesting part. Says that two wells mentioned Dimension X and Planet Earth are eternally crushing against each other, creating portals. Yeah. Also, the hell Kryat. I don't remember even seeing her in this. No, she's not in this whatsoever. If I did put a grenade in Roxy, that would give more Red Hood vibes. Yeah. Okay, so from the sounds of it, it sounds as though Dimension X and Planet Earth are on the same frequency and portals and stuff. And yeah. So yeah, because there's what these weather anomalies that have been all over the news: floods, hurricanes, earthquakes. Okay, so the weather stuff is related to this, and yeah, so they're most likely converging on the coordinates. Shredder is planning his invasion. Raph says that they know a lot about this. Asking Roy if he's been hiding. Don shares Raph's suspicion. Project Ares began. Yeah, and this is we're talking about the project that the Born talking about. It says the selfish concerns should not be your focus. Thousands of lives have already been lost, and the worst is yet to come. It's imperative within the next 3 hours we determine where the convergence will take place and how much we. Okay, so he's been yeah. He doesn't really care about. God, yeah. I don't like this version of Splinter. Mikey asks what they can do. So Splinter says with access to the metacausal tracking systems, we need to identify all the most recent anomalies of pattern. Johnny says you're asking the impossible, Master Splinter. Even if we could hack those systems, which I'm pretty sure I could, the crunching the data would take days, if not weeks. Just coding the algorithms could. It says unless someone So someone says that April has got the information. They look at April. Who would that be? Obviously, emergency. They specialize in disaster scenario. Leo, if they know something we aren't telling the public. So yeah, I guessing again. So guessing April knows people with information about stuff. Oh, okay. CBS was saying where April's working at. Yeah. April, Makika got me up to 35th floor, but not into. Okay, so this is where April's working with. She was reporting this one. This one has to be great at this point. It's up for debates. We'll probably do Cry in the sequel. No, because they're in Dimension X. With all that's happening until now, Shanina Gomez, you're back. Hello. I'm not going to try to explain what's happening. Yeah. So, April, you should have. Okay, Casey says he doesn't want to involve April because it's too dangerous. April says that she thought that when he showed up on the parents' driveway. And yeah. So Casey talking to Leo saying that April's punching her. Splinter, so she's offering an opportunity for greatness. If the merge continues and we don't intervene, cities will fall, countries will crumble, and the path will be cleared for any army and stuff. Okay, so he spends ominous words, wash over them, and then transition to the Shredder's warehouse, and he's going to be talking to we're talking to the Turtle Foot Clan about the turtles, and saying Binrock's Day transmitter are being destroyed. Because in Binrock's Day, so closing Binrock's Day, high-tech walkie-talkies, both even with incoming signals, both walkie-talkies very much in working order. Pull back to reveal we are the Turtles. Okay, so the Turtles' lair. Binrock's Day is standing amongst rubble, the dust having settled. So Binrock's Day are terrified to answer the walkie-talkies. And yeah, by the sounds of it, they just sort of don't do anything. We say, don't remember him sending me to the feudal daffodils on my bill. Okay, so yeah, okay. Oh god, so there's something about the birthday stuff, and then they're not going to tell him about about what's happened. But I do, but also just find April's phone, and it's got everything. So then they pick up the walkie-talkies and talk to Shredder. God, we're so close to finishing this now. It may not be worth it. Okay, so Going now, Skyline. I'm guessing this is at April's like job, St. Belson in unpaid internship. So yeah, I guess it's not gonna be too much really to say here. So no stress about this, guys. Just an end of the world again. You failed this. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to need to read up because so as April leaves Casey towards the elevator, stuff like that. So since we're in Dimension X, would be cool to reference or cameo Krang. But Krang is in this movie. He's one of the villains for it. It's time almost to go to bed. If you have to, then I don't blame you. Good night. My throat's killing me, so very tempting. So to go to the boiler room, everything you expect in skyscraper's basement. The valve begins to spin, opening a large hatch which the tunnels emerge, pull themselves up from the sewers to the building. Okay, so it seems like the tunnels are in the basement. And Leo says, if I don't need to get comfy, things are gonna get worse. And they just gonna go through, yeah. And then April and Kate going up to the building. I don't think it's gonna be too much here. So it tells bet these guys can trust. Okay, so hoping. Okay, I'm just gonna flip through this a little bit here because I'm not sure what's really gonna happen. I'll loop in building surveillance footage. Make sure we don't get caught on tape. Okay, so they're gonna be going through the building. Donatello doesn't want to get caught on tape. It says, Raf, go with Mikey, I'll meet you guys at the top. Son Mikey swing off the moving elevator car. Mikey turns to Leo. Tell me you're not loving this. Our first daytime mission after all these years. Great. Krang seen this? I actually forgot about him. This boy is everywhere right now. Yeah, I think it's because it's in the script format that is confusing. So yeah, the elevators open up. Casey says that this is the place and all that. April says for her. So Don drops through the ceiling tiles, and he gets to work with getting some information. And Raph pokes his head down through the opening. Don looks up at him. No good. Can't be wired without briefly interrupting a picture. You need to neutralize the guard monitoring your feed. Okay, so Raph's gonna take out some guards, and Dunn says to be gentle. He doesn't want anyone to get hurt. I mean, that's pretty late for that to be said because after just killed a bunch of people. Great. Anyone done yet, though? Yeah, we've got about under 50 pages left. We're just gonna go by now quite quickly, I'd say. So Rat takes out one of the guards, I'd say. For WAP, a tiny blow dart hits the guards in the neck. Within seconds, out cold. So okay, so you lose blow dart. That's pretty good. This movie would have been like 3 hours or cut down. I'm not too sure, but this would have been the perfect TMNT movie. Cut down for sure. Oh yeah, I think there definitely would have been scenes definitely cut out for sure. But then again, like maybe some of this stuff you could definitely. I wouldn't really say, but cut out, but you could definitely cut down or because of scenes stuff like that with how long it takes to film or how things actually take out. I don't know. Really, would it make sense? Like with how long each scene will actually play out compared to how long the movie will be. So yeah, Raph is talking to Don. Maybe intense, but ain't until okay. So back at the building, Shredder locks it down. Also, Shredder climbs out the. Okay, so it's okay. Shredder's outside the building and heads for the entrance with the foot. Okay, the 3 hour long movie would be nice as well. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so they head into the building. So then Casey's there, saying how cool is this. April, there's talking. I thought it was going to be too much to really hear. Then April, what's this? Well, obviously Shredder's arrival. Casey obviously throws. We will just for a second, drink it all in. I don't know what's really happening there. Shredder, oh my, I'm so sorry, sir. Everyone seems almost to be more afraid of. Oh, so they run into Shredder, I think. Let me go back. A sweet sentiment. This is the side of Casey. She always. Uh, okay. So Casey and April just walk in. Holy shit! Shredder and half a dozen foot spill out the elevator to the there. April says we're going to keep moving. Casey says we will just for a second. Just for a second. Um, yeah. So when April says to Shredder, "Oh my, I'm so sorry, sir," everything's almost be afraid of Shredder. When a newsmaster says to them, yeah, Casey recognizing that Shredder, hey, you're the guy that comes after return. Oh, no, this is new anchor. Oh god, this is getting confusing. News anchor looks at April over, doesn't know who she is, but April expects that, and she's okay, yeah. April checks on Shredder, who's showing photos of Casey and April to several employees. Jesus Christ. Do you guys prefer more dark stories like this or more light-hearted 24? I would prefer a darker story like this. This would have been amazing. Just a whole long movie with everything in it, no changes. Yeah, that would be amazing. I agree with these stories are so much better. If only we got this. Yes, this one for sure. Okay, so yeah, Schroeder's giving out information about Schroeder, Spencer, April and Casey and stuff like that. And April's talking to news anchor saying, I've got tea. News anchor, cool, you're the one who remembered to bring sweet. Okay, yeah. Oh no, press wrong button. Okay, yeah. Nishanka, well done. You're not every rank girl. Okay. Does this mean? Casey says. Does this mean you don't have a desk? It says that it doesn't have a desk. Okay. Why don't you show me Chubby? Another, what's Chubby? God, I dare to ask. Okay. Shredder determined not to let. Okay, so Shredder seeing April and Casey and determined to get them. Addresses the foot and I guess saying tells them to go over the floor and all that. So back in the events, Mikey's having just bored Shredder, whispers to himself as he hurries through the darts. So he's gone over to Leo after seeing him. So at the security room, we are seeing Donnie access all the footage and stuff like that. I'm guessing, yeah. Argo God, I'm not too sure. Yeah, let's keep going through this. How long is it? Is it in the video? No one knows. More confusing than what we got until now. How? How Teddy? This could also work for a TV series, but 1 hour plot. That would be amazing if this was like a little mini series. I would even like them to do like mini series on like Paramount Plus is doing like Elseworld type story or like one-off type stories. I think that could be like really cool to do a mini series. So the security room, Leo taps the guard's shoulders. I mean the guard spins around and asks if he wants a piece of him. So then I'm guessing Leo takes out the guard. Leo's back at the guard's locker, swiping access cards. Great. The guard, come get a taste of no, press wrong button. The the 2-1. Leo under his breath. Love to. It wasn't too late to see to meet some friends. Great. God. I'm surprised this happening near the audience. Also, this sounds a lot like the bit from the second Toll movie. If Nick does it, then no, lol, yeah. It sounds a lot like the second movie bit with the foot stuff. So yeah, then Leo gets stuck in the events. I'm not too sure why, but who really cares at this point? So the Leo's mind rises. There's no way to complete the mission. He can't leave. Casey and April. And he's going to have to fight out in the open. He blah blah blah. He faints, whistles, pulls attention to the other end, uh, dots, sees Mikey. He sends the card to Mikey, like a front, exactly like what happened in the Toes 2. God, yeah, there's so much in here that just sounds so familiar to what happened in the actual movie. So when Mikey says 12 o'clock, it's all similar to what happened in that movie as well. Casey eyes sticks up to see an event where sees Mikey again, also happened in the movie. So everyone gets out with a sigh of relief. As access card, yeah. Casey now takes back with. Okay, so yeah, they're going into a room to get some information. I'm guessing. Usually, water down, so it's nice to see threatening villains. Yeah, guess that's one way of looking at it. The whole of the mattress size filter unit, behind which are tells Leo enters first, calling out orders. Raph, Mikey, Manvador, Don Working Magic. Okay, so they're all in this one room, I'm guessing. And Leo asks how long it's going to take, and downloading stuff. Crazy, that's what I love about Don. Okay, so but something's on the monitor draws Don his concern, and flag on play. Leo looks on the monitor, able to. This fits perfect setup for a TV show. They wanted for the sequel, the way movies are going. Yeah, this would have been perfect. Okay, so on the monitor it says it online graphic displays global map pinpointing and tracking the anomalies, weather disruptions of past 4 days. Don says the anomalies, weather disruptions organized 90, 60 hours, 96 hours ago in 4 distinct location. Then it points to where they are. And then it says the four corners of the earth. And this is where, and these four corners of the earth actually do play a big part in it later for the movie. So yeah, there's not really too much I can really say about that just yet. It says that they're all converging. Yeah, oh, my throat's really going for all this. It says that on collision course, that the things in on collision course with the Dimension X stuff. Don says that conversion point, and asks Raf. Raf asks when. Don says there's a few hours, half a day maybe. And then on the 35th floor, we could see some more foot. Shredder's angry a bit. Casey grabs his ringing phone. In case. Ooh, okay. What's your favorite version of TMNT? Uh, Comics wise, IDW. TV wise, 2003. Mr. Till, I agree. 80s, 90s. I've missed something. Yeah, 80s, 90s till early 2000s. And more threatening villains than what we've got now. Yeah. Okay, so Casey is getting a call from April's phone, who is being rung by Rocksteady. Truthful, so they're being tracked by the foot, and Raph says to hell. And then there's an earthquake going on, but it's not really because Dimension X is coming through and all that stuff. Raph stumbles towards the Havoc opening. Okay. So Raph exits through the vents. Mikey says, "Oh, I try not to argue with Raph, to agree with Raph, but since today is upside down day, okay, so go through the vents, and yeah, so the wall's covered in exotic alien vines. So yeah, this is when it's starting to merge with New York's starting to merge with Mention X and stuff like that. And Liz says that's what they've been talking about. Versus strap on your swinging caps, kids. Raph drops Raph drops 30 odd stories into water. Okay. I was about to say drops onto pavement, then Christ. Wait, so Casey doesn't have a desk, but has a phone. No, April doesn't have a desk because she's working at the news place, but April and Casey both have phones. Yeah. God, it's getting confusing. We're so close. So yeah. I don't. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's try and find next bit that's somewhat interesting. Raph says first next point, but had to swim. Raph offers his shells for April. Okay. God. So in underwater, April and Kez and April hang on for Leo. Yeah. Okay. So guessing again out. Building. Okay. So now in Dimension X in a jungle. So April asks where they are. Mikey says somewhere between they're stuck and screwed. I like that. It's somewhat decent line. Oh, surprising to me. Yeah, I think it is. But it says keep faith, baby bro. Oh, Raph says amen to that, but pray on the wall. Okay, so then Dimension X now. I mean, that's when Case says I've got company. Lou looks a direction when he sees one of his bros go down. Blah, blah. Looks back on for down turtle. He approaches. Lou, don't stop till you're in that sewer right behind you. So they're going to the sewers. Lou, look, if I don't make it out, so Casey says, Lou says, Casey, thank you for everything. This sounds like a goodbye. Lou loves, okay. But Leo's gone, blah, 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 blah. Down the toe is, the drowned turtle is not one of his brothers. Rev and Mikey arrive at Leo's flank and they two were confused. Okay, so this is when we do get to see another turtle. This is where we do get, in Dimension X, there are more turtles, and this is where things get really confusing a lot more because they find this other turtle called the Turtle Warrior, and he says basically the turtles are part of this prophecy and stuff like that, and that these turtles will come back and rescue them one day. But Casey and April go back um to the to Earth. What's your favorite comic book? It's Turtles. I mean, it's hard to say. IW specifically, but I can't give it any specific like what specific issue my favorite one. So would April have wore her yellow jumpsuit? Or, it doesn't say in this movie. Or if it did, I haven't seen it. For Bay movies, making sense is hard for him sometimes. Yeah, I mean, no, I wouldn't really say that. I think it's just because he's in script format that people are not used to reading in script format, and trying to imagine it is the hardest part about it. Sounds like Venus, sort of. So yeah, he says that the prophecy. Casey and April turns to Earth. Return looking back for turtles, but the jungles of Dimension X and turtles have vanished. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they so Lou says we returned where, and Mike says they're in Dimension X. Turtle Warrior says that that's one name for it, but you first can simply call it home because they're from here. It says that they're from they're from New York. Turtle Warrior says, "Oh no, press wrong button." Where is it? Okay, no. I'll find it in a minute. Where is it? 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 So yeah, Tor says is one hell of a town, but you're from here. Civilization inhabited by more turtles. So yeah, Donnie says that mentioned what they by the origin. Tor says that was a story that they needed you to believe. Okay, weird that they needed a story for turtles to believe in, but they were mutated from. Okay, so yeah, then he asks to get up. You're lying. What do you mean I'm lying? Are you talking about the stuff that's happening in this? That there's another turtle, the aliens and stuff like that. Don't be told us Van protect the Benedict existence. A brutal like this the Tendron basically, and yeah. So then and then we do get to see a shot of the the Tendron saying that the fight against our rebel forces, stuff like that. So we were seeing the Tendron here, and his legion is Krang, yeah, Tendron and stuff like that. Press wrong button, shit. Okay, yeah. Mikey says that I've heard the name. Krang has operated the operatives working for him. Toll says, which means your homecoming couldn't have come at a better time. So yeah, Leo says that we're born here. Toll says at dawn of the dark hours, Krang has begun his offensive, but your birth gave us great hope. So a single, and then on single shot, okay, close on the bassinet with foretells hatching. Also, pan up to the proud parents of these newborns. Tells would have parents. The mother and father hear something at the front door, following their eye line into the door where five-tailed shaman looks down at the hatchlings with great awe. They have parents and they live in the house. They used to. People reliving it, yeah. So the elders saw a prophecy within you. Okay, so it tells now these religious things. Great. They have what now? Yeah. Don't worry. So your parents put you in the care of the most trusted friend, must winter, to hide you on Earth and train you to be prepared for the day of the prophecy. Would be so basically the turtles are Jesus. I really wish I was making this up. Don says, tells have what? Yeah. What is Vitola sitcom? I wish. So imagine total video game based on this movie. Oh, that would be amazing. Don't worry, they were kind people who loved you dearly. So then, short of Vitel's father, a pale, shattered comes in hand, shielding Vitel's mother under the shadow of Krang. As Krang delivers the death blow. His sprint voice over Splinter saying, "They died with honor." So yeah, God, this is just sounding. The Tell Warriors sees how hard this is for the Turtles. So he said, so obviously, both would have been proud of what you've become. They just want to stop Krang. And Tell Warrior says Krang completed a 20-year construction war machine. Probably would have been Technodrome. Single shore construction crew with final stages of steel semi. Yeah, that would have been Technodrome. Asking Batman level backstory. Indeed. Lieutenant Drone, once operational, he plans to use to crush the rebellion and claims total rule over Dimension X. Raphael's Lieutenant Drone is Phil Warrior says Dimension X is rich natural resources but low on infrastructure. Blah blah blah. Moon says that's why they're merging, stuff like that. Monkey says the Alphabet City power grid. Yeah, of course. Tell Warrior, once the Thunderdome is fully charged, you'll best be able to bond the two planets for complete annihilation. Tonto says, how do you... I don't know what he says, really. Tell Warrior says, not on a whim, but with balls, and not a novel kind of thinking. Earth and Dimension X are stable from another by 4 orbs, positioned by far... it is an interesting thing. It sounds like that Scooby Doo show where Scooby was related to the ancient god. This is. I'm not really surprised by that. Now this is fanfic at its finest. Yeah, definitely. I mean, basically, there's these orbs which are explained here that are really important. So Lewis says, considering within the origin points of the weather anomalies here on Earth, Gloria, I was one of the four chosen to protect the Alls. We trained together, lived together for years before being sent off. We weren't related by blood, but we were family. My brothers are now dead. They fell to Krang's army in his quest for the orbs. My life was spared, but I too have failed. Oh no. Um. Also, yeah, last one, Virtually. So basically, the tales are not even going to be not related. I mean, I don't think they ever were related, but now more or less definitely weren't. I did say that. Okay, single shot of the orbs and stuff like that. Hand takes it from resting place. So that would be in Krang's hand. And then Krang has the fourth orb. Krang has the see shot of Krang waiting the fourth orb. Oh yeah, well, we're so close to ending this now. This sounds some theatre opera type film. Yeah. Tell Warrior, I've been hunting it down, staying on its trail. So he's been hunting down this orb thing and saying that it tells is their destiny to find it and stop them. Whereas says that every destiny is meant to be, not every destiny, say, not, yeah. But it hurts my brain at this point. Yeah. Duntalo says, Shredder start Project Ares to find us and eliminate us, so we wouldn't get in the way. Raphael says that our whole lives we are being pursued. And Shredder never told us. So then Krang is talking on a radio. Yeah, then go back to New York. And yeah, I think just going to see the soldiers got Krang and Shredder talking and talking about the things coming together, saying how they've never seen anything like this before. Krang turns to find Shredder flanked by self. Krang pulls him aside, hushed and frustrated. Your prisoners are back in New York. This hurts my brain at this point. I don't think I feel. I'm the one who has to explain it to everyone. Shredder says that they're working on the total location, blah 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 blah. Krang, where did all this water come from? Uh, Krang looks around for an answer. Okay, blah blah blah. Shredder sees some structures destabilizing. We need to secure energy supply, power dump in Alphabet City. Did I really call it Alphabet City? Yeah. This story's kind of hard to follow right now, but I'm still like it. Right now, I feel like I'm watching a whole TV show than a movie. Yeah, I mean, this is the only bit that's confusing. I would say, but it's all like all of a sudden it's a lot all of a sudden I mean all of a sudden like souls were were trying to stop Krang Shredder, very straightforward, and they go to get Dimension X and stop it, get the orbs, very straightforward. But now they brought in this whole idea that the turtles are some from some sort of cult, and they're the religious ones that they need to stop the Krang, and they're the ones. Yeah, I mean, yes, yeah. I don't really know how I feel about it. I mean, just feel sad that we didn't get this. So Donto, they're still talking to the Toro, who's talking about the Tenedromes, and press the wrong button. So then, yeah. So then they go to this statue. It's not blurry drawers. Okay. So go to this statue and they get out this box that has the weapons in. The Turtles get the weapons out. And yeah, okay, on the right page. They get the weapons out. They say it's good, and then they move, and then don't worry. What good would have done? Didn't want to panic. Okay. Blah blah. Silver backs away from brothers. The ref says what he's going to do. Silver says, "This is your bow now. Go fulfill your promise of your birth." This sounds so stupid. Someone really needs to eliminate. Yeah, annihilate this. Yeah. Okay, so Hospital pounds. The grounds of the brothers stand. The Code Warrior says, no more bots, Rockstar. There's only one thing to do now. Go believe. So then in New York, there's thunder. Casey says Shredder's mobilizing his forces into Alphabet City. Alphabet City, this is stupid. April said that they vanished. The song is Splinter saying that basically they cannot do anything without them. but and they'll be where they need to be. I know this. So that's when Raph comes in, talking and stuff like that, and then that's when he sees the weapons, and then he starts to explain. I was raising 4 young boys, would have slipped through the night. So I guess this is, like, he explains that he took them to Earth, or I'm not too sure of this bit. Someone should animate this. Oh yeah, definitely. This is a bit which I got confused at. So he sees the weapons and then he goes, I was raising 4 young boys, you never would have slept through the night. I never really understood this bit. Instead, you let us go to bed feeling shame for who we were. The verse says, for who we thought we were. Casey, wait, who are you? Raph says, we're the guys with 2 whole worlds of responsibility on our shoulders. Splinter, that's why I told you to be proud and outfitted with your skills so you can meet your calling. Michelangelo, but you lied! Oh, God. It pains me to see his youngest sons and the most trusting son feeling betrayed. Splinter, I did what was asked of me to raise strong young boys, soon to be men. Raph, or turtle soup. No, thank you. When Casey comes in and tries to, like, you know, like, support Splinter in this argument, but he's going wrong. And you go for 1 PG 18 or even higher. Yeah. You're the best and coolest. You're talking about me? Thank you. That's Michael Bay for you. Yeah. Isn't it funny that fans covered script when it was leaked and made a fuss to get the garbage we got in 2014? Yeah, it pains me about this. I want people to embrace changes. Yeah, I would have preferred this so much. I know I do enjoy 2014 and 2016 movies. They are pretty good movies. But this would have been so much better. I know that Rattel's being part of prophecy and a cult and basically being Jesus in this universe and having parents would have been unique and weird. But again, it's something so refreshing and unique and new. And why didn't we get this? It pains me so much. But at least we had the script, so at least one day someone can do something with this. Lou says, "What's been asked of us? There's no playbook. Tell me, ask me what our lesson is." Susan says that you've always done the way you've always done things by each other's side. When you're hatchlings, I'd watch you sleep, and I'd marvel at how your heartbeats were all in rhythm with one another, like one single strong drumbeat. And it's with that bond, you must be that moment. You must with that bond, you must. Okay, so when that moment's interrupted, this is goddamn chaos and the best thing ever. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. So then this is when Tendrum's coming forward. Krang brings it all towards the holding, blah, 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 blah. New York, tells Casey and April Splinter knocks off their feet as alien birds, flying predators with 10-foot wingspans, soars past, driving down the city to feast. Tells get their bearings, but what they're experiencing is awe-inspiring. Dimension X is merging with Earth. I was talking about you. Thank you. That means a lot. Do you know how hard it is to read a script and actually try to explain to everyone? Yeah, yeah. Again, thank you for those kind words. It does mean a lot. Okay, where was we? Now distracted me. Thank you. On the rooftop, they were standing on, has instantly been spread. Okay, so where they were standing has been merged with Dimension X, and yeah, Monkey says, "What?" So it's all wondering what's happening as to see more stuff being merged with Dimension X and stuff like that. Krang says he wants to see. I want every fight on the Eastern Seaboard and stuff like that. So then Lino says swear off, but Splinter counters, no, get the Tetradrome, separate the orbs, I'll hold them back. Donnie says too many. Splinter says, you have your destiny, I have mine. Christ, what is this? This sounds like a samurai and a ninja film combined with science fiction. That's one way of putting it. It does worse. Winter twists his. Oh god, yeah, this is weird. So someone get. This is like a best way to describe what Spencer's weapon is in this scene. You know, 2003 season 5 Mikey's weapon with the stick, and then there's another stick and like the nunchuck of the 3 stick things. The 2003 season 5 Mikey and each Tribune weapon. It gets that out. So when they all run to the thing, April wondering what to do. Mikey says there's only one thing left to do. Mikey grabs April and flips her on the back of his shell. And Mikey says, "Believe." Oh god. Don does the same with Casey without skipping a step. So we sail down over the city. God, this is a lot. I don't know what's happening here really. Raph rips it and over and to Leo. Leo catches one hand into Scarum. So I think they climb up the. I think it's called Kasujin or something. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's called, but I know, but it's that thing. Mikey power drives after her, wearing everyone wide open. Okay, catching her throat as Mikey a moment carries him over the edge into another free fall. This April loses her grip. Mikey power drives after her, pushing off from one building to another. Yeah, Mikey snakes April just in time to avoid their splatting onto the sidewalk, and using their fire escape support rod, he swings them both back up to the city's roof. Yes, April would nearly died. Um, overdramatic. Hang on, you've listening. Yeah, very overdramatic. Yeah, your favorite weapon was cool. I'm still tired, but I'm still reading. Good luck. Blah, 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 blah. Heading for the side right. Still stuck in. Raph uses his shell to bounce down the shaft until one of his arms is just out, grabbing. So they're trying to get up. Okay, Dimension next. Okay. So back on Earth with the where Toes were on the building, Spinner takes on Krang's soldiers with his Sanju whirling and spinning with blinding speed. One in praying. Okay, God, yeah. So Krang is talking. He's hearing my birds. Okay. God, this is so confusing. Mission next, the rooftops. Earth Dimension. Okay, so this is merge Earth and Dimension X. How is it still going? Did Michael Bay wanted to write a Bible as a TMNT movie? He did. No, Michael Bay only was. He was only involved in providing the money for it. He had nothing to do with anything else. Okay, now lower lying buildings, those leap, twists, and somersault from one roof to another as the closing turndrome. Okay. So now I'm saying that the Toes, April, and Casey on rooftops jumping to the turndrome. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, from nearby, and April realizes is it gonna summon off the electricity? Nearby, from nearby, Don back on Don's back. Casey responds, "We need to shut the station down." Okay. So yeah, we're going off the turndrome, and he says, "You and April will take the power dump, and we'll take it, and we'll take the turndrome." Casey shrugs to April, says, "You're the one who's always saying we should try new things," and so asking Don and Mikey put us down. We're so close. We're so close. We only got about how many pages more? 10, a bit over 10 pages. I thought, and there are 3 people left. Yep, somehow. This was like a whole TMNT series, season 1 to 100. Yep. Oh, now I want to know who made this then. I think it was the same people who made the first, who actually made the first one. Dimension X, chased in April, deposited on the streets below. Those make a final leap from the rooftops. Taken by surprise, Krang tells bringing the ruckus. Into the Tenodrome, hooray! Power dump thing. Okay, so there. That's gonna be too much. Okay, so with the power dump, so at the power bit, Casey and April are gonna have to fight off Shred Up and Rocksteady, who are positioned to defend the electricity stuff. I know you're working hard to read everything. You don't know the half of it. So turn during Cram watches. I will go later, everyone. Goodbye. We're nearly done with this, so I'm quite glad that then we can finally be done with this. So yeah, notice Tendro draws more and more electricity from power dump. The spinning rings will move faster. Wait, the spinning rings? Okay, as of the large dome room, several heavy metal God, yeah. Okay, as a power dump, Casey and April approach the main entrance where General Krang and his marines engage. April Casey tuck in to cover Krang. His men instantly clear them. And right now we're just motivated to see how this ends. Yep. We're so close. Like, we generally are. We're about 14 pages left. Okay, Casey says we're trenching too tight. April, if we can't get through, we can't kill the power. Can't kill the power. Blah 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 blah. April, that's what Casey's gonna do, but Casey's gone. In the tunnel room in the corridor, Leo leads them through the expensive archways. Their pace is quick and their resolve solids. Yeah, Krang will be at the control center. Raph says they'll be close. Krang soldiers spill through the doorways. Leo takes so start firing the soldiers. Leo takes 2 of them down with a head snapping. Christ, flying roundhouse. Okay, Raph parries an attack with his size, then finish him off with a nose crunching headbutt. Christ. Don cracks a soldier over the head with his staff, then spins it, taking out a second soldier with short jewels. Monkey nunchucks pass from hand to hand with surpassing speed, eliminating any and all soldiers from the path. Leo was saying about the running out of time. Cross, yeah. I need to go to sleep, don't we all? It's late to turn back now. We've got to see how this ends. We're close. Okay. So fire jets are fighting, power dumb, shaking, and away from blah 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 blah. Power dump is transforming. Casey dumped himself in 100 feet from a 10 drones power cable. He smacks it in the heart of a farm maze. It's no wonder Foot aren't defending this position. It'd be crazy, reckless, or just stupid to try to get. Okay, Casey starts talking to himself, but there's no way to end this. Okay, regardless, Casey starts forward, but stops when he spots a patrol on foot. Casey gets I think Foot might notice him, and Foot is okay. So Foot gets zapped, electrocuted, and launched violently across the farm, drawing the attention. So Shredder, Brain Rocksteady realize that Casey's there. Back in the turret room, Tails fly through all the things. When they go into the command center where Krang is, Tails stealthily yeah, blah blah blah. Command center, blah 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 blah. Okay. So Toad's in the command center. They see Krang and they see the orbs, which they need to get, and stuff like that. So then stand up to go fight him. Mikey says it doesn't look so tough. Liz says that, all right, fellas, make some noise and pull focus. I'll make a play for the orbs. Mikey says I can be. Okay, so this is where we're gonna get some action. Mikey reaches for the innermost spinning arch, grabbing on and riding it at the Let's look a war cry. Okay, Raph and Dawn launch themselves into a fight, engaging with Frosty, taking on 3 soldiers at once. Um, Dawn starts spinning, sweeping out legs and some teeth from others. Raph jabs and stabs with his size. Yeah. Okay. Krang focuses on the fight. Leo makes his move, belying for the orbs. He clears his path. Krang backs. Okay. Yeah. Conjuring, Leo knocks clear across the room, slamming into one of the spinning arches. Leo looks up at Krang, trying to shake it out with the cobwebs. Leo never taken a hint this hard before, and it shows on his face. Krang says, "Your father looks the same right before I slit his Christ." That's took a dark turn. Leo's eyes tick to his brothers, and they realize they're suddenly in for a fight of their lives. The power shredder starts to shoot at Casey, and Casey tucks for cover for a second, but he knows it's now or never. So Casey charges to the thing, and through the end. Then April goes through the maze. It's what Casey sprinting through the maze. We're just really trying to evade the bullets from Shredder. April leaves her safety spot and charges for Krang's position. Yeah. Okay. Blah 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 blah. So back at the Tenodrome, they're fighting. The hotels are still fighting. Leo picks himself up as Rafton Monkey begins circling the four-armed Krang. Four-armed Krang? Okay, that's interesting. Someone killed Shredder already. Please kill Krang. Okay, so it sounds as though there's more. I guess it's Stone Soldiers would be this one, most likely, saying that more are coming. We're taking one. Raph whips his size at the door. So he shuts the door, locking Krang's guards out. Raph turns back to Krang, squeezing his fist tight and cracking knuckles, Bruce Lee style. Now it says, "Now, where were we?" Okay, so Krang's not psyched by this. He's standing by the order, protecting them. Blah 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 blah. Now we're realizing that Krang actually has much more bigger. Krang's grown, I think. So Krang says, "At your final moments," Mikey says, "Thanks for setting up the punchline. I'm feeling wildly more confident." Okay, so Dawn closes behind him. Classic. Here comes Adam from the side, and Mikey falls in. Frank's sledgehammer down on an arm. Ravendon split apart, and Krang whiffs, destroying on the floor. So Krang got a sledgehammer and smashed the floor down in the Tetradrome. But another Krang arm grabs Raph's leg from under him with a discolation. What? Krang will discolated Raph's leg? And that's not. And if that's not an injury enough of insult, Krang uses Raph's like a function to knock back. So he puts Raph's leg out and gets him like throws him. Okay, even badass Raph grits his teeth, but then Krang stomping down on him, and blah. But then Krang crushes Raph, Leo rockets in, slamming Raph with his shell. God, this sounds so confusing. Okay, so all he knows that Krang, they find Krang and they taken that Krang knocked them down, and Raph has dislocated leg. So back at the power thing. Oh god. Casey ducks and weaves from in maze. But yeah. Also, the Marine wreck out allowing Shredder opportunity to sight up one last shot at Casey before he reaches the power cable. Shredder levels his weapon. Okay, so Shredder's about to kill Casey, I think. And a couple minutes off the coast, wing leader targets return drone. Hang on. So return drone. Christ, yeah. This is what I mean. Like the script is so much confusing than the actual movie. To Krang riding back like it was you tell blah 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 blah. So Ref Wholesome's rackets back up, working one leg, and when he snaps his human back into he puts his leg back into his socket. Yeah, so Ref goes so when Ref goes another way, he does in for spin arches. Ref falls into his shell, bounces off the first arch, so it's just bouncing around like a pinball in a room. It would have been like a really cool thing to see. Okay, so after this, the first time, Krang no longer hovers still like a mother. Okay, so when Krang, I'm guessing he's going out to fight them. Like a Sim, you're back! Woohoo! Welcome. About time, Look a Sim. Taking the whole season to kill Shredder. Yeah. Okay, so back at the power plant thing, Casey speeds through, almost all the way through, glimpses Shredder rising up from cover. Shredder got Casey dead to rights. Lots. Time. Yeah. Casey sees the way out, leaking. Casey delivers both a boot to stand base, knocking over just. So I think it knocks. It kicks Shredder in the face or something. That's what I can get gather from this. Whatever, and yes, I'm back to the great. Welcome back. I'm not even going to try to explain what's really happening. But also, Jesus, yeah, that's one thing that's happened. Okay, Casey draws a fist down the emergency. But okay, so he stops the emergency thing. So back at the command lieutenant room. Yes, we are. No, look, because they are part of prophecy, and they, yeah, God, yeah, it's too late to start explaining some of this stuff. So then Krang, okay, so Krang, I turned during the lights flicker, the emergency back in, and adrenaline fast. With Krang on his heels, literally, the turtles coordinate the offensive strike. Brothers fighting. Krang desperately tries now to defend himself, blinding. Turtles finish it, whatever that means. You took that way too easy. Yeah, it's too late to really start explaining. Told Jesus. So hiding the the weapons, I think, in reverse grip. Leo charges through Krang's thrashing arm. Um, I, also taking Shredder whole season to kill him. Yeah. Okay, his path is clear. Don, who jams stuff into one of Krang's shoulder joints, rendering it immobilized. Mikey assists battling back. And now okay, yeah. Leo uses Raph's shell. A stepping stone launching in the air, twisted mid-fly, avoiding. So again, that would be in like within the 2014 movie. Not even. Magma is a bit too early. No, it's far too late to be. Yeah, you just accept stuff at this point. So Krang goes to the floor. Battles don't have a lot of time to get the orbs. And yeah, so have a daytime New York. The skyscrapers disappeared. Tedroom once again looms in distance. This time it's in flames, blown to bits. Okay, so this is still in Dimension X. The the rebels rejoice. The war's won. Back at the power plant. Uh, was that much? I can't tell. God. Okay. Earth, the sky's clear. Tendra's not there. The city is restored to pre-Dimension X invasion. Have all okay. Shredder, the NYP surrounds Shredder and Rocksteady. Their eyes feral, searching for an escape route. General Krang, Marines surround them. So Shredder, clocking Shredder in his mutant form, Davis calls out orders to his men, who bring an enormous steel kennel, the very same kennel we saw at the beginning of the movie. Davis Marines load Shredder and Rocksteady into a kennel. They thrash and resist, just as Toes did in the opening. General Davis takes to Substation 23, and this time makes sure we have adequate backup. Okay, so Shredder and Rocksteady would have been taken. Great. Today, this story feels more of a TV show. Yeah. Okay, so news anchor talking about how things cleared up again. So back at the lair. Okay. No, okay. I've read this bit, so I can briefly explain about all this stuff. That it's pretty decent. So basically, so that lair, and Leo says they need to pack up so they can go because basically the lair's not safe anymore. And that's when the Splinter comes in and says, "So basically, you're not going to be here for much longer, just because." Actually, I don't need to show this anymore. I've sort of had enough, really. Let me quickly. I want to be on the big screen because I've read this bit before. So, what do you, WTF? Yeah, still going on. Okay. How? No, okay. Okay, so this bit here, I'm not gonna get Pixel 2012 Leo. Okay, let me quickly explain this bit. This is insane. So Spencer says that you need to go off with these orbs that Details got from Krang, right? And when they go to these corners of the Earth, one was in the desert, one was in the Arctic, one was in Paris. I can't remember where the other one was. And there they need to go send these orbs into Dimension X, and when they go to these spots, they will find other turtles from Dimension X, such as Till Warrior, who explained about the prophecy and stuff like that. So that's more or less where we end the movie off. That the turtles are separated in Dimension X with other turtles. Yeah. That's Christ, yeah. That's more or less what the movie is. I'm really disappointed that we did not get it. I'm gonna quickly get up some of the concept art as this looked really amazing. Teddy, this is way too much patient. Yeah. So that's more or less where the movie ends. Quickly, while we are still on these, that was good. It is getting. Well, I mean, while quickly here, most quickly just take a look at some of the concept art and stuff like that. So this is some of the on Tendering forums. This is some of the concept art which I found about the turtles, which I must admit, if they went with this design, it wouldn't have been bad, but I can only imagine it in the way of the 2014-2016 movie. So yeah, again, this would have worked for a TV show continuation. Yeah, that would have worked really well. So this is what supposedly the designs would have looked like. Um, but I'm not too sure about that because they don't look. I don't think these were the designs. I just think I'm not too sure where these designs came from. Really, they don't really have any dates, and that's sort of like the thing which I'm sort of confused by. So I'm unsure about that. Then we have this one. I'm not too sure what image this one was of. 10 seasons at least. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll probably say like you could definitely put in like 5. So this is some of the stuff we would have gotten from the movie. OMG, WTF, yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is another thing which we would have seen. We've got Krang here, which looks. Now, I mean, the thing is, they did say in the script he has 4 arms. That's how it ends. Yeah, that's how it ends. So I think this is how Krang would have looked in a movie. That this would have looked amazing, and I think this is actually the actual designs for this. It could even be in live action. I think that's what I was going for. This is what Splinter would have looked like. Again, I'm not too sure if these were. We got another image of Krang, which I don't think this one would have been because this one's fits more of a description of what we could have gotten. So, and then the turtles, I'm not too sure if these would have worked. But then also we don't have a picture of Mikey as well. Oh lord, oh god, yeah. People, he saw sounds the description of it. I mean, also Rocksteady saw sounds the description of what we would have gotten. OMG must have been. I can't tell if that's a good reaction or a bad reaction. But yeah, these designs would have been interesting. I think these weren't really final designs, but they would have been one. They would have been amazing if we did get them. Okay, what's this image? Because it was like, because we also have like an image of Shredder as well. This might be. But yeah, this is picture of Kevin Eastman drew of Shredder, and I'm not too sure if this is the final design of Shredder. But either way, this one looks amazing, and this one was from 2011, so this is probably before the IDW comics, probably also before the 2012 show. So who really knows about that? Okay, so then for the next one, I think this is actually another image of Shredder and stuff like that. So we've got some image of turtles, which these ones were used for the actual movie itself. So this one looks closely similar to the actual movie. Then got some different concept arts of the actual movie itself from the first 2014 one. But also we do have this really interesting one, which does look really amazing. Tell me about this is not Fuel, but it's also Toes. Yeah, from what I can tell, people don't really like it. But yeah, this was the case for the actual designs for Shredder, and this would have been interesting. That's all we got to say about that. But Christ, yeah, that's 2.5 hours of my life I'm never getting back. But yeah. Thank you everyone who's been here and seen the downfall of my sanity throughout this. I feel as though that we've learned a lot about the turtles tonight, and it's a shame that we did not get this. I honestly would have preferred this over what we did get from 2014, 2016. Like they were good movies, but not as good as this script. But yeah, Our Shadow from the game Our Shadows. Wait, Resonance of Toes so similar. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to really say about this, but thank you all for being here. Yeah. But yeah, good night, goodbye, see you soon. Yeah, I need some sleep. Goodbye, yo.